If effort was enough, your life would already look different. And the fact that it doesn't is exactly why this feels so frustrating. You're not lazy. You're not careless. You're not avoiding responsibility. You're trying. You wake up with good intentions. You plan the day. You tell yourself this time will be different. And for a moment, it feels like it might be. But by the end of the day, nothing important has moved. No real progress. No meaningful shift. Just the same quiet disappointment. And that confusion is worse than failure. Because when you fail, at least you know why. But when you're trying hard and nothing changes, you start questioning yourself. You wonder if you're missing something, if you're doing the wrong things, or if something is wrong with you. Here's the first thing you need to hear clearly. You are not broken. But effort alone does not move a life forward. There are people who barely look busy, yet their lives quietly improve year after year. And there are people who are constantly busy, always planning, always learning, always working on themselves, yet their life barely changes. The difference isn't intelligence, it isn't ambition, and it isn't motivation. It's direction. Imagine two people pushing with the same force. One is pushing a door, the other is pushing a wall. Both are exhausted, both are trying. Only one is going anywhere. That's what life feels like when you're trying hard but nothing is changing. You're pushing but not in a direction that opens anything. And over time, something dangerous happens. It's not just that progress stalls, your confidence begins to decay. You start telling yourself stories you never meant to believe. Maybe I don't follow through. Maybe I'm inconsistent. Maybe this is just who I am. That's how capable people slowly accept smaller lives. Not because they failed once, but because effort without progress quietly destroys belief. Here's where most advice gets it wrong. When people feel stuck, they're told to push harder, wake up earlier, add more habits, consume more information, be more disciplined. But adding more effort to a misaligned system doesn't create change. It creates burnout. Your life doesn't move forward when you try harder. It moves forward when you try differently. Most people don't need more motivation. They need clarity. Clarity about what actually matters. Clarity about what is noise. Clarity about what deserves energy and what is silently draining it. Right now, your effort is probably leaking in 3 places. First, you're reacting instead of designing. Your days are shaped by messages, notifications, interruptions, and moods, not by intention. Second, you're measuring activity instead of progress. You feel productive because you were busy, but when you zoom out, nothing meaningful changed. And third, this is the part most people avoid, because if this were about effort, you would have escaped by now. You're trying to change outcomes without changing the structure that creates them. You want different results, but you keep the same mornings, the same routines, the same defaults, and nothing changes until the defaults change. It's 9:17 in the morning. You open your laptop. Before you start the one task that actually matters, you check one message, then another, then just 5 minutes turns into 30. By the time you refocus, your energy is gone. That's not laziness. That's structure working against you. I've seen people change nothing about their effort, only their structure, and within months, their confidence returned. Not because they worked harder, but because their days stopped fighting them. If effort alone was enough, your life would already look different. The fact that it doesn't means the system you're operating in is doing exactly what it was designed to do. And systems always win. Your habits, your environment, your schedule, your boundaries. These shape your future far more than your intentions ever will. That's why people can want change deeply and still repeat the same year over and over. And 5 years later, they don't feel like they failed.
they feel like time betrayed them. So ask yourself this honestly. If someone lived your exact days for the next 5 years, the same mornings, the same evenings, the same reactions, the same routines, would their life look different? If the answer is no, effort isn't the problem. Design is. And once you see that, something shifts. You stop blaming yourself. You stop asking what's wrong with you. And you start asking a better question. What needs to change in how my life is structured? That question is where progress actually begins. This channel exists for one reason: to help people stop pushing harder and start moving forward. If you're done repeating who you used to be and ready to design what comes next, subscribe to Think Legacy and Discipline. This isn't a place for motivation. It's where people who are ready naturally end up.